It's officially game week, Chicago Bears fans. Welcome into Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham. Happy Monday, everybody. We are live here on YouTube. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the channel. Lots to discuss, camp updates, your questions. We'll talk a little Hall of Fame game as well, and an interesting trade idea that I want to dive into a little bit later also. But how we doing? Shout out your city. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Cullen, we made it. Preseason football is officially here.
Yeah, the big debate going around the office is football back? Like, in technical terms, yes.
Petey would say no.
Yeah, so let us know down in the comments. Is football officially back?
Look, in general, preseason has fallen off a cliff in terms of entertainment value, but when you have a rookie quarterback, it's a little different. So
Just a little bit.
And we'll find out tomorrow if Caleb Williams is going to play. He said today that he wants to, so we'll see if that carries any weight. We got Joe in Phoenix, Arizona, Michael in Gerlaw, Illinois, Lamboville. What's up, Lacora? We got Mick Gamer in Bennington, Nebraska, Jim in Tempe, Arizona. We got Scott in Kirkland, Indiana, James in Watama, Wisconsin. Let's see, Roswell, New Mexico. I've been to Roswell. Shout out to aliens. Wasim Khan in Irvine, California. We got Bob Colleen in Palm Bay, Florida. Boomtown, Missouri from guess who? Matt Nagy. Rebecca McClure in Fort Myers. We got Alice in Merrillville, Indiana. San Jose is where Milo's watching. Tito in Chicago. Nebraska City, Nebraska is where Sharon is. Got Plazu in Pittsburgh. Marcus Bryant in Chicago. And then we got Tyler in Manhattan, Kansas. We are sponsored by Game Time here on Chicago Bears. Now, listen, the Cubbies trying to hang in there in the National League wild card race. If you want to go to a White Sox game for really cheap, you could do so with Game Time. Use promo code ChatSports. Get $20 off your first purchase only. Terms apply there. Download the app in your app store today and get going with Game Time, man. Concerts, comedy shows, theater, sporting events, and so much more. We appreciate Game Time for sponsoring today's show, just like we appreciate Rocket Money. If you're looking to monitor your spending and your overall finances, no one does it better than the Rocket Money app. Download it today, rocketmoney.com/BearsNow. That link will be in the description and comments of this video as well. Redirect you to the App Store and download the app today. It'll list out your subscriptions. You'll see how much you're spending per month. And if you want to cancel any of those, just click cancel next to the specific subscription, and they will take care of the rest. Monitor your spending today with the Rocket Money app, rocketmoney.com/BearsNow. Speaking of spending, we've got Michael Horowitz. Boom! A $100 super chat from Michael Horowitz. Get the booms in the chat. Get the booms in the chat.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shout out to Michael Horowitz.
See, Michael's one of those guys. It doesn't matter what the debate is. He's ready. Football's here. He came ready to play. It's Monday. He's 3 more days. He's locked in.
I messaged Michael over the weekend about getting him on the show when we can raffle off those tickets. We'll settle on a time. I'm thinking sometime either between the Hall of Fame game and the next preseason game or the week after that. So early, mid-August, we'll get him on a live show when it works for everyone involved. And someone will be a lucky winner of 2 sweet club-level tickets to go to a game with Michael Horowitz. So week 1 against the Titans. So shout out to Horowitz. He's a real one. The MVP of the offseason here on Bears Now. There's no question about that. Shout out to Mike. Should Caleb Williams play in the Hall of Fame game? What do you guys think? Y for yes, in for no. Y for yes, in for no. Going to make this the poll.
Good idea. I mean, selfishly, I want to see him. I want to see him out there.
I think it's beyond selfish for me. I think he needs to play.
Yeah.
He said so today. Reps are paramount for a young player like himself. He wants to play. He said he hasn't been told yet if he will, so we'll see. Flus said last week they would announce plans on Tuesday, so I'm guessing they're finalizing those today. I think he needs to play. I think the offensive line needs to play. If you want to sit Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, even Cole Kmet, I'm cool with that, but I would play the starting offensive line, those who are healthy. Nate Davis is not. I would play Caleb, even if it's just one drive. Like, just get out there. There's nothing like game reps in terms of playing in front of a crowd, breaking a huddle, making, the calls at the line of scrimmage, all that stuff. You can only simulate so much in practice. So, even though neither team is going to show much schematically, just from a repetition standpoint, I think he needs to play. And you guys agree? 92% saying yes in the live poll. And Max, we're gonna talk about Tristan Wirfs. We're gonna explore that. Nothing as of now, and I'd be surprised if it happened. But man, I would love Tristan Wirfs in this offensive line. Looks like Wirfs was participating today. The last report is that he wasn't participating. He's holding in. That was the last report. Ari said not participating in team drills as he's waiting a potential contract extension. So, and Wirfs today saying he's limiting himself to non-contact work. So, I guess he's doing like small things. Like he's present. He's not holding out. It's more of a hold in. But there you go. There you go. Michael Horowitz weighing in on the Hall of Fame game. He has an interesting take here. He says, I am, on the other hand, I'm very against Caleb playing in the first preseason game. I think those reps should go to Bagent, Tyson Bagent there. Caleb said today he will be ready to go by the home opener. Well, yeah, but I think part of that is but he also said he wants those reps, Michael. Here's the thing. Tyson's going to get a lot of reps in the preseason regardless. Like, if Caleb plays one drive, Bagent's still going to play the next chunk of however long. Like, I don't think Caleb playing or not playing really impacts how much Tyson plays in this game. So, I hear you. I want to get Bagent reps too. He's still a young player as well. But to me, I want to get this number one overall pick some NFL game reps. But we'll see if the Bears agree. We'll see if they agree or not. All right. Can we get a bear down going in the comments? It's game week, folks. We're here. We made it. Let's go. I mean, I get it's preseason football, Cullen, but you can just I promise you this, that opening kickoff, especially with the new kickoff rules, the hairs on my arms will be standing up. I'll be ready to go.
Oh, I'll be locked in for sure. And I mean, obviously, this season's a really good one. I think for all Bears fans, listen, you've got a new franchise QB. We're all interested to see what happens this season. We'll see if he plays Thursday, but I don't care if Bagent plays 100% of the snaps. Like, I'm going to be locked in because there's a lot of different storylines that we'll kind of dive into that, listen, the Bears, we're going to find out before the regular season, what's going to be like on the offensive line. Is Nate Davis going to get some, playing time, going to be the starter? What's the, rotation at edge look like for opposite Montez Sweat? So a lot of interesting moving parts to still be determined during preseason, and I'm excited for it, man.
We got Christian, Marcus, Scott, claws up, bear down. I love that one. B. Bailey, Jay Reezy. We got Alex, Michael. We got, Jacob, Take, Joe in the chat. Some FGBs coming in as well. It's exciting times, man. It's exciting times. I, for one, can't wait to get the ball rolling here. We got Plazu 33. I don't think Caleb will play. I'm taking my daughter to Orchard Park to hopefully witness his first reps against Buffalo. That'll be fun. Buffalo in August is lovely in terms of weather. Don't go in December. But, we'll see, Plazu. We'll see. I wonder if, I've thought the last few days that he wouldn't, but I wonder with him being, pretty vocal today, I think these reps are paramount. I would like to play if that sways the Bears at all. They're going to have their own plan, but if they were on the fence about it, and if Caleb wants to play, I don't think there's that much downside. Like, if you're so scared about a player getting hurt, you shouldn't play this sport because you guys have seen injuries pop up in practice. What are you going to do? Not practice? I mean, it's there's always some level of risk, but he's a rookie. He needs some playing time, even if he is already penciled in as your starter. Isaiah Blueball with the 5. May I ask what Mike does for a living? Dude is a baller. He's just a baller, man. he said he used to work for the Bears. I know that, so that's pretty dope. But shout out to Michael Horowitz. Shout out to Isaiah. And you guys are a bunch of real ones here. By the way, just a little teaser. We're going to be raffling off a Hall of Fame mini helmet signed by Devin Hester on Thursday. The MVP of that show is going to win that item. We're also going to, I shouldn't have called that one a raffle. We'll raffle off a Devin Hester jersey, and then the helmet will go to our MVP of the show. So if you guys are interested in that, I mean, that's a pretty sweet item. A Hall of Fame mini helmet with the Pro Football Hall of Fame logo signed by Devin Hester this Thursday. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So let's get it rolling. He says, I coach in the Big Ten. Do you really, Michael? Who do you coach for, Michael? You can DM me. You don't have to say it on the show. I don't know if he's being for real or not. If he is, it's pretty dope.
That's pretty dope.
Max, that's a good question. Hashtag Bears if you want to get that in the mailbag. But here we go. Let's get the ball rolling here on Chicago Bears now. If you love the Bears, hit that like button here. We've got almost 200 people watching live. Only 50 likes. Let's get those numbers up. Hit that like button to show some love here. And if you are a Bears fan, and here's what we got coming up live. We got some Bears training camp news and updates, some notes from today's practice, some injury updates as well. Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron spoke to the media, so lots to dive into here. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions answered on the show. If you Super Chat, you can jump to the front of the line. Otherwise, hashtag Bears gets you your questions in. Would you trade for Tristan Wirfs? We're going to explore the latest there as he's wanting a new contract with Tampa Bay. And then our final regular season Madden simulation, Bears, Packers, FGBs all around as Chicago's 10-6. Technically haven't clinched a playoff spot in our Madden season yet, so a big game coming up against Green Bay. All right, hit that like button. Lots to get into. What's up?
We got a pretty Ricky bomb.
Oh, really? Ricky.
Yeah, pretty Ricky. Breaking. Cowboys are closing in on a 4-year extension with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb worth between $136 and $138 million.
Really?
According to pretty Ricky.
Wow.
So
that would be, do some math here. Let's just say it's 137. 137 divided by 4. That's 34 and a quarter per year. So just under Jefferson. We got 35 a year. I think that makes sense. I don't think you reset with him, but I think number 2 highest paid is the question is will Chase, when he's up, will he top both those guys?
Yeah, that's a good question.
All right, that's interesting. That is interesting to say the least. All right, let's get to today's show. We'll start with some training camp news and updates for the Chicago Bears. I'm Harrison Graham. We got some updates and news to dive into after Monday's practice at Hallis Hall. A non-padded practice. It was kind of a lighter day after the day off on Sunday. Of course, the Hall of Fame game is this Thursday. We'll get to all these updates as we heard from Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron after practice as well. But it's game week, folks. We made it. I know it's just the preseason, but can I get a bear down in the comments right now? We should see hundreds of people spamming bear down in the comments because it's game week. Only 2 teams can say they have a game this week, the Bears and the Texans. So get the bear downs rolling down below. All right, we heard from Caleb Williams after practice today, and this is what he had to say in terms of where he feels after 8 training camp practices. Quote, I think I'm on track to be ready, exactly where they want and need me to be. And, you know, I had a few takeaways from his press conference before we get to some other training camp news and updates from today. Number 1, he's very hard on himself. Says he strives to be perfect, and when he misses a throw or, like he said, quote, messes up, he gets frustrated, and he's very hard on himself because he strives for perfection. He has not been told if he'll play against Houston in the Hall of Fame game. He said he would like to play against Houston in the Hall of Fame game. Matt Eberflus, of course, announcing that decision will be announced tomorrow. Caleb talked about building his relationship with Shane Waldron, how they've obviously known each other for a few months now, and how that's been slowly developing. And I wanted to get to a quote for this last one, what he needs to work on most. I think Herb Howard asked him the question, and Caleb himself said, really good question. what do you need to work on most? And he said, I would say right now working on my blitz looks and coverage looks, feeling the umbrella of the defense looks, feeling that out and adjusting protections, flipping to run, getting to a kick game, cover zero check, however it works out. A lot of that comes with seeing it in reps. And a lot of this is like football nerd jargon, right? And basically what he's saying is he needs to continue to get reps of identifying what the defense is doing pre-snap. Like, is it a man look? Is it a zone look? Is the box stacked? If so, shift to a quick pass. Is it a lighter box? Check to a run play, all that stuff that quarterbacks have to do in the NFL. And you can tell the guy is smart, right? Like, you listen to him talk, and it's like he understands what comes with playing the position of quarterback in the NFL, but he's also honest enough to say, yeah, like, I still have a ways to go in that regard. And that is to be expected. Like, he's coming from college football in which, yeah, he made some checks and did things at the line, but, like, they didn't even huddle up at USC. Most of these colleges don't anymore. So, like, there's a lot more language and terminology that he has to learn and communicate to his teammates in the NFL. And the Bears feel like he's in a good spot. Shane Waldron likes where he is and has progressed up to this point in time. But it is a process, and it's not even the month of August yet. So, again, that's why, as I ask you this question, I would like to see Caleb Williams play in the Hall of Fame game, is because just getting those reps of breaking the huddle and making a couple of checks at the line, I think is valuable. Do you think he should play on Thursday? I do, even if it's just for one drive. Type Y for yes, you do. Type N for no, you don't. We'll see if he does. Pin comment on today's show. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's get to some other training camp news and updates. Nate Davis put on notice. Now, this actually stemmed from Saturday, but he didn't practice again today, so wanted to mention it here as he's been dealing with a groin injury, which it's kind of like, I get it, guys get hurt, but like, of course Nate Davis is one of the first notable guys to get injured in training camp. It's kind of like, yeah, it's typical. Here's what Matt Eberflus had to say about Nate Davis. He was on Saturday, and I thought this was pretty strong. He said, availability is everything in this league. You've got to be able to practice. That's all part of preparing for the first part of the season. Being able to do that to callous yourself, that's your football or individual responsibility to the football team, and when you're not out there, guess what? That doesn't happen. I'll translate this for you in terms of how I heard it. The Bears are kind of getting sick of Nate Davis being unreliable. I think last year it was a lot more understandable with the family situation, the terminal illness, eventually the death in his family. Like, that's serious life stuff. And I said it coming into this year, like, hey, last year's a wash for me. I'm cool with all that. That family stuff, like, you don't know how people are going to react when that happens. No big deal. But this year, what does he do? He skips most of OTAs. He's at minicamp but only does a couple of team drills. Like, it's just like it's hard to defend him at this point in time because when he has played, he hasn't played that well, and he's missed time with injuries, and there's a real sentiment of, does this guy care about football or not? And if he doesn't, that's okay, but if you don't, you should retire. That's kind of how I feel. Like, this sport is too hard and too grueling. If you don't care, like, this can't be a just cash a paycheck job. It just doesn't work that way. And so this is what we've seen with the Bears' offensive line over the past few days. Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Coleman Shelton, Ryan Bates, Darnell Wright, left to right. By the way, side note, Darnell Wright reportedly struggling to block Montez Sweat in practice, which, good for Sweat, not great for Wright, but that's neither here nor there. This might be your week one group. I've kind of thought this for a while, like, Nate Davis at this point, you just can't trust him. Ryan Bates has played more guard than center. Maybe he plays guard and Shelton's your starting center. I don't know. Davis is a talented player, but like Flus said, you got to be available. You got to be reliable. And up to this point in time, regardless of the reason, Nate Davis has not been that since signing a 3-year deal here. Now, Shane Waldron was asked today, is Nate Davis the starter when healthy? He said he is. He was asked if there's a competition at right guard, and he says Nate Davis is the starter when healthy. And then Cronin had the note with Bates being there at the last 2 practices in place of Davis. And it's like, they can say that now. If they like how Bates looks at right guard with Shelton at center, I'm not sure you just give the job back to Nate Davis. I'm not saying he can't earn it back. I'm not saying he's not your best option there, but it's at some point it's just like, don't you just go with what you know, like with what's reliable? It just feels like the Nate Davis experiment. It's not over, but the clock is ticking there because I think listen to the way Flus answered that question too. Go back to Saturday's presser and go listen to it. I heard some agitation in that answer from Matt Eberflus. Crystal ball time. Will Nate Davis start week 1? S for start, W for won't. I think it could go either way. Honestly, if I was a betting man, I'd say he won't. Because A, I don't know if he's going to be healthy, and B, Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton might just be your right guard center combination at this time. So S for start, W for won't. Curious what you guys think. Today's show is sponsored by Rocket Money, a personal finance app that will find and cancel any unwanted subscriptions that you may have. And listen, people don't know this, but most people are spending like $300 per month on subscriptions. I mean, think about it. With how much prices have increased on these streaming services and other things out there, and you think 50, 60, 80 bucks a month, no big deal. Open the Rocket Money app after you download it at rocketmoney.com/bears. Now you're going to see how much you were spending. And hey, if you want to cancel those subscriptions, the beauty of Rocket Money is they'll kind of work as a middleman. You just click cancel, follow a couple steps. They will take care of the rest. You don't have to deal with the back and forth customer service where, DoorDash or whoever is trying to pitch you on why they should stay as a subscription for you. It's done. We're on it, like it said in that little video on your screen. You can set budgets with Rocket Money. You can even negotiate to lower certain bills for yourself. If you want to try and switch providers for your electric energy bill or your cell phone provider, whatever the case may be, Rocket Money is going to put you in the right direction. You can save over $700 per year if you're maximizing the potential of the Rocket Money app. Go to rocketmoney.com/bears now. That link is the place to go to download the app today. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/bears now. All right, let's get to some other Bears injury notes beyond Nate Davis here. If you guys not practicing, a couple noteworthy ones I would say. Kyler Gordon, nickel corner, strained something or had some sort of tightness, which is the word Flus used the other day. He still wasn't out there today. Travis Homer, Ian Wheeler not practicing. They reportedly got banged up on Monday. We'll circle back to them in a second. Simba Webster has been out most of training camp, and then Jacob Martin tweaked something, I think his foot, the other day at practice. He didn't practice again today either. And with Homer and Wheeler out, that led to the Bears signing Demetric Felton, which I broke down in further detail on a video here on the channel. So if you want to subscribe, go to the video content tab. You can click on this video and where I discuss what Felton brings to the table. His skill set overlaps with Wheeler and Homer, so depending on how long they're out, Felton could be a threat at the running back position for this team. All right, next training camp news item. Caleb in the offense bounced back today. We already heard from Caleb Williams, but how did it look on the field? Again, non-padded practice, so, certainly different, but much better in team drills today. Saturday's practice was tough, just could not get into a rhythm, and a lot of that was offensive line related. We'll talk about them in a minute. But threw a couple of touchdowns in 11-on-11s today, one to Keenan Allen, the other to Rome Odunze, which apparently was the play of the day. Sean Hammond having the note here, some highly impressive touch in a red zone session Monday at Hallis Hall from Caleb Williams. During 11-on-11s, he lofted 2 touchdown passes over the outstretched arms of defenders, connecting with Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze. Again, no pads, but nice to see, right? Saturday wasn't a great practice. Neither was Friday, to be frank. Off day yesterday, then boom. Get back out there today. Put together a nice practice. I would guess pads go back on tomorrow. Let's see if they can have a high-level execution practice when the pads are on. That would be very, very important. And if they do, that probably means the offensive line played better. Luckily today, it was a clean operation for the offensive line per Shane Waldron. Zach Pearson also having this note saying that I did not see a false start today, but there was delay of game. So one penalty pre-snap there, delay of game, but no false starts, which has been a major problem the last few training camp practices. So good to see that eliminated today. Waldron doubled down on that, calling it a clean practice overall from the offense. So it just felt more sharp, more crisp, whatever term you want to shoot. And again, just keep taking those steps, right? Waldron talked last week about, keep making incremental steps. And if you do that, by the end of this camp, you will be a much better player, a much better football team. So I think today was a positive sign for the offense to, regroup a little bit and put forth a good effort. They did lose the 2-minute drill situation, but overall it was a pretty good day. And then again, back to the Waldron-Caleb stuff. Waldron embracing Caleb Williams' talents, and I think this is very important. He was asked about his ability to throw on the move, and he said it's something he's been able to do at such a high level for so many years. We don't want to hold back on that ability he has. This was talking about him, outside of structure, throwing on the run, and I think this is critical because you don't want to overcoach him, right? Like, yes, he needs to work on footwork and under center and how to operate as an NFL quarterback and being able to deliver in the quick game and in the pocket and all that stuff, but embrace his strengths, embrace his creativity, encourage him, hey, when shit breaks down, go do what you do. Like, remember Justin Fields last year, early in the year, said he felt robotic playing the position? Disaster. Like, I knew when that happened, I was like, oh, God, this is actually really bad. Like, I feel robotic. You can't feel robotic as a quarterback. You have to let your instincts take over. Now, again, you got to balance when to take risks and, to do some of the YOLO stuff that Caleb Williams can't do, but you can't eliminate that from this game. Like, you just have to embrace him for who he is and obviously help him improve in kind of the structural areas of the position as well. Do you trust Shane Waldron to help him do those things, to develop him properly? Type T for trust or D for don't. Trust him more than Luke Getsy, I'll say that. Beyond that, it's kind of, just a bit of blind faith, right? We gotta wait and see and hope it turns into fruition because I think the potential here is absolutely massive. All right, guys, appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's Bears Training Camp news and updates video. We'll be back with more content. If you're watching live, we'll keep the ball rolling here. Hit that subscribe button for more Chicago Bears videos. Matt Bellick, a first-time Super Chatter. We appreciate you, Matt. Love our first-time Super Chatters. Love the donation. Shout out to you. Ask a question next time. Make a comment, whatever you want to do, but appreciate the donation. Michael Horowitz back with another 50 bomb. This guy's just unbelievable. He said, Walter Payton once said, tomorrow is guaranteed to no one. It's a great point. It's a great point. That's true for all of us, by the way. Like, if there's something you're dying to do or dying to try, like, if you can make it possible, you should do it because who knows what the next day is going to bring. Matt, again, this time he's getting in on the action. He says, give me a stat line prediction for Caleb in week 1. I'll just go off the cuff here. Let's go 22 for 34, 248, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 35 yards rushing, and a rushing touchdown. How about that? 3 touchdowns, 1 turnover, about 275, 280 total yardage. I think we'd all sign up for that, huh? I think so. But, yeah, we'll see. Just off the cuff there, Matt. Papi Chulo sits. No bias. Who will be better, Caleb or Jordan Love? I think Caleb has more potential. He was a much better prospect coming out. If Jordan Love played like he did the last 2 months last year, I mean, he's a top 8 quarterback for a long time. I mean, we got to be honest about this. Yes, it's a small sample size, and yes, the Packers just paid him crazy big money for only having a 1-2 month stretch, but if that's who he is moving forward, he's going to be a problem. Like, he just is. So it's hard to say. I'm glad the Bears are where they are because they have a quarterback on a rookie contract starting from day one. The Packers had to reset the market essentially with the guy who started for 1 season. But if you take the money out of it, if you wanted to argue Jordan Love, I couldn't argue with you. Like, he played really well the second half of last year, kicked the Cowboys' ass, the number 2 seed in the NFC, and almost beat the 49ers on the road in the playoffs. Like, that was pretty impressive, if we're being completely honest here. All right, shout out to everybody for chiming in on this. T for trust, D for don't when it comes to Shane Waldron. There's some debate in the chat. Someone's saying, or Michael Horowitz is saying, match me. Is someone going to go back and forth with Michael Horowitz? He's asking you guys. Not expected, obviously, but Horowitz is setting the tone today. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
You guys want to get into a mailbag here? Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Get your questions answered. Oh, he's going all caps now.
Match me.
All caps.
He's calling somebody out.
Michael Horowitz.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Is Ricky going to do it again?
He didn't come up with anything else, did he? Or is it just the CeeDee Lamb piece? Okay.
Not as of now. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions on the show. And we'll get your questions answered as soon as possible. Got Milo with a question in here.
Yeah, just get a couple more questions, and I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, feel free to ask anything.
Christian with the question.
Appreciate you.
Oh, man. I'm so excited to watch Devin Hester go into the Hall of Fame, man.
It's going to be electric.
The GOAT. And the kickoff is basically back.
Yeah.
The year he's going in. That's pretty sweet. How sick would it be if Valus or whoever housed a kickoff in the Hall of Fame game in his honor? That would be an electric factory.
Yeah, one word, poetic. I mean, it would be just, you couldn't write this stuff in Hollywood. Like,
it'd be awesome.
It would be.
It would be awesome. All right, I think we got a few to get started here. Hashtag Bear Super Chat. Any questions you have, we'll get those answered. And let's get things popping here on Chicago Bears Now. Bears Now, mailbag time. I'm Harrison Graham. Mike Ditka, if only it was the true Mike Ditka. Maybe it is. Which player are you most excited to watch in the Hall of Fame game on Thursday? Full disclosure, we're filming this live on Monday, so we don't know about Caleb and some of the key starters. So I won't say Caleb. That's a little obvious because A, we don't know if he's going to play. B, that's obvious. How about Austin Booker? Austin Booker, the rookie out of Kansas, who called himself a sleeper. We'll get to a quote in a second. I'm pretty intrigued to watch this kid because I want to see what else the Bears have on their defensive line, especially at that edge position. He said this on Monday as he met with the media. He said, I'm going to continue to get better in the shadows, and they're not going to know what's coming. Talking about himself, basically saying, yeah, I'm being slept on. I'm under the radar. All right, man, go back it up in the preseason. Go ball out and get after the quarterback. I would expect we see him a decent amount in this game, and I'm excited because if he can give you something as a rookie rotation piece, that's huge for a defensive line that definitely still has some question marks. All right, Bears football is back. If you're excited for the Hall of Fame game, hit that like button on our mailbag here. We would greatly appreciate it. And listen, it's here, baby. Football is back. Like the video if you're pumped. Kevin Coppernull, and then we'll get to Aaron's Super Chat. Harrison, do you think there would be any interest in Nate Davis from other clubs? I would love to see him get traded so we can get out of his ridiculous contract. Got to be honest, I don't think there'd be much interest. Now, if there was a significant injury for a contender at a guard spot, maybe, but just due to the fact that whoever has him next year, the Bears or any other team, can basically get out of his deal after this year. But I don't know who that is. Like, it would have to be a notable injury to a contender that desperately needs a guard. I don't think he has much trade value at all, Kevin. Aaron Harvey, I'm matching in spirit. This in response to Michael Horowitz, who is an absolute legend. Josh Baratich, what type of offense are we running? A lot of RPO or spread or multiple? I think it's going to be pretty multiple. You're going to see some spread out concepts. You're going to see that classic kind of Shanahan under center run game where you run off tackle, toss crack, and stuff like that, outside zone. You're going to see some 5 wide. You're going to see 12 and 13 personnel with multiple tight ends in there. So I think Waldron's going to be pretty multiple, and he wants to run a balanced offensive attack. So I think you'll see a lot of different formations and schemes that Waldron is going to employ and kind of figure out what he likes doing best with the personnel that he has. Shout out to Game Time for sponsoring today's show. Get out of the house, go to a Bears preseason game, Hell, if you're still trying to make the Hall of Fame game, you might be able to get a ticket still with Game Time. Go check that out. Cubs, White Sox, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. That is what Game Time offers. The proud ticketing sponsor of this show, and we appreciate them for sponsoring. And I'm someone who lives in the moment quite a lot. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, turn to my wife, I say, hey, you want to go to a concert tonight? Sure. Let's see what's available. And you get last-minute tickets, and usually they're cheaper than what they were a few days earlier because they're trying to put seats in stadiums. So go check out Game Time today, whether you want to go to a sporting event, a concert, a theater show. You can get $20 off first purchase only when you download Game Time and use code ChatSports. Terms apply there. Code ChatSports for your first purchase only once you create the Game Time account. Once you download the app, you can use your Venmo balance to purchase tickets, which is awesome as well. You can get parking passes purchased through Game Time as well. It's a very awesome app, and it's very simple. It's there's nothing, a lot of these apps can't figure out where the tickets are. They seem to be in limbo. It's very simple with Game Time. Go check it out today. Code ChatSports if you're a first-time customer for $20 off. Jacob Noggle, who is the MVP this year? NFL or Bears? I guess I can answer both. I'm going to go Mahomes NFL. I think Xavier Worthy and Marquise Brown, they've emphasized bringing the big play back. If they get their explosiveness back to their offense, I think Mahomes has a huge year. Bounce back year. Remember, in the regular season, that offense was pretty mediocre last year. For the Bears, I will say it's Montez Sweat on the defense and DJ Moore on the offense. If it's Caleb Williams, that would be awesome, but those would be my picks for the Bears. Christian, give me a realistic Rome Odunze stat prediction for year one. I don't know, like 52 catches, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, I think that'd be awesome if DJ and Keenan are pushing to be 1,000-plus guys. If Rome is a 700-800 yard guy, I mean that's pretty good production for your top 3 receivers. It's hard to have 3,000-yard guys. I think the last group to do it were the Cardinals with Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, and Steve Breston. I think in like 08 or 09. It's a little rich for me to think they're going to have 3,000-yard guys because you're also going to have Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, and DeAndre Swift catching balls. So 700 yards from Odunze, I think that'd be pretty damn good. All right, guys, who's tuning in for our Bears-Texans Hall of Fame game watch party? Type me in the comments if you are. We will be live on Thursday night for that one, so type me if you're tuning in. Bears goated, who is second in sacks? I would guess DeMarcus Walker, but I think Trevon Dexter has a shot. Also off topic, I think Tyreek Stevenson's going to be insane this year. Yeah, he's my number one breakout guy for this year. I think he's going to ball out. And, yeah, I think you said it. I think Walker or Dexter will be the number 2 sack guys on this team. You'd prefer it to be Dexter because that means he really broke out. But I would guess that it's one of those 2 players to be second on the team in sacks. Paleo, with Karan Amagaji being sidelined still and now with Davis out, do you regret passing on a guy like offensive guard Christian Haynes for Amagaji at all? I like Karan, but the health frustrates me. Yeah, I hear you. I think they like the upside of Amagaji. He also has guard flexibility. I don't think when they picked him, they expected him to be a day one starter. So, yeah, it's a little frustrating. I'm sure the Bears are a little frustrated. He's not fully cleared and back yet, but I think it's way too early to declare it a regret. Let's let this play out a little bit. Speaking of the Hall of Fame game, we'll go live an hour prior to kickoff, 7 Eastern, 6 Central time on Thursday night with kickoff set for 8 Eastern, 7 Central time. Bears, Texans should be a fun one, so be sure to subscribe and join us. Then, if you have notifications turned on, you'll know exactly when we go live. Solis, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What do you think Pryor's role is on this team? Possible starter? ? I don't think he'll start because if Nate Davis isn't back, I think they'll just go what they've been doing recently. Coleman Shelton at center, Ryan Bates at right guard. Now, if another guy went down, he'd probably be next in line, your 7th offensive lineman, either him or Larry Borum. Probably depends on position, but I do think he'll make the team. I don't think he'll start, though. DC Viper, could the Bears be a dark horse to make the playoffs and go deep in, I think you mean postseason? Yeah, I think they would fit the bill of being a dark horse deep playoff team. I think dark horse playoff team is probably too rich. Like I think they're on enough people's radars that making the playoffs is more than a real possibility. But they could be like a sneaky dark horse NFC Championship pick. Like I could see that as a possibility. Nicholas Hensler, do you think Cole Kmet will have as good a season this year considering all the extra added pieces? His volume may go down, but I think he'll be very effective. He's going to draw a lot of good looks. He's going to get a lot of favorable matchups due to the receivers on the outside. So I expect him to be really good. Maybe he's not a 800-yard player, but, I think the balls he does catch, he will get very favorable matchups. Josh again, he says, I think Sanborn is going to be a monster this year. Thoughts? It's hard to say monster when he's just going to be your third linebacker, but I expect him to be good. He's been good for 2 years now, and I think that'll continue. I don't think he's a guy that's going to improve crazy amounts at this point. Like I think he kind of is what he is, which is a very instinctful, average athlete linebacker. Good player. Probably can't ever be elite due to his athletic profile, but he's always going to be solid because his instincts are A+. Dark Cobra gets the final word here. Who's going to have the most impressive stats in the Hall of Fame game? This will be interesting. How about this? Offense, you guys ready for this? I'm going to do it. Velus Jones Jr., who's had a pretty good camp so far. I think he will be, from a stat standpoint, impressive offensively. Defense, let's go with... Okay, I'll have some fun. How about Austin Booker? He gets a sack and has a couple of impactful plays. How about that? Booker on defense, Velus on offense. All right, that's going to do it for our mailbag episode. If you have any more questions, you can find me on social media at HGramNFL on Instagram. Go hit me up over there. It's at HGramNFL on Instagram. Shout out Michael Horowitz. He says he should have been first ballot. I agree. I think Devin Hester was worthy of first ballot. I understand why he wasn't when his value was mostly as a special teamer, but it's not like he didn't contribute at all offensively. Over 3,000 career receiving yards. There was 1 or 2 years he was the number 1 receiver on this team. He should have been first ballot. He changed the game. If you change the game, regardless of position, you should be first ballot. Justin Tucker, he should be first ballot. He's the greatest to ever do it at his position.
Or if you can't, tell the history of the NFL without mentioning this player.
Yeah, exactly. Think how many teams started to punt away from Devin Hester because of how impactful he was. Oh, Geezer, trade Nate to Golden Corral. That's tough. That's tough. I'm rooting for you, Nate Davis, but the patience is wearing thin. Aaron Harvey going to see the Bears play preseason against the Chiefs, regular season versus Colts. Haven't been to a game in years. Very excited to bear down. That's awesome, Aaron. Get the bear downs in the chat for my guy, Aaron Harvey. Shout out to Aaron Harvey. Also, shout out to all of you who have checked out our new channel hosted by me here at Chat Sports, 4Verts, youtube.com/@4Verts. Filmed an episode before coming live here. Today I'm going to drop it after we end the live show. Some Justin Fields Steelers training camp discussion. Could he win the starting job there? So if you want to get my thoughts on that, go check it out. Putting the link in the chat. If you want more NFL and college football content beyond the Chicago Bears, this is a channel for you. And it's podcast style. It's fun. It's my takes, my analysis, the way I see things. Did some Jordan Love versus Tua talk over the weekend as they both got paid. If you want to go subscribe, show some support, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So shout out to you guys who have shown support early on here. We got 639 subs. 639. So if you guys want to hop in there, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, speaking of content, let's keep it rolling here. Chicago Bears now coming up in 15 minutes. We've got our final Madden simulation of the year. Bears, Packers, FGB in the comments. You guys know what to do. But coming up next, could the Bears trade for this star player? We'll discuss. On today's show, I'm going to explore if the Bears could trade for this star player. But first, We must get to 95,000 subscribers before the Hall of Fame game on Thursday night. We're 86 subs away. If we don't get there, we can't go live an hour early. We'll have to go live 30 minutes early. So help us out. Hit that sub button. We're 86 away. Bears Hall of Fame game. First watch party of the year on Thursday. Let's dive into today's show. I'm Harrison Graham. Could Tristan Wirfs be a trade target for the Chicago Bears? We're going to discuss here on Bears Now. Wirfs is kind of holding in right now. It's not a full hold in. He's doing some non-contact work, but he's not doing team drills or anything like that because he wants a new contract from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a couple of reports coming down in the last couple of days about where things sit. Jordan Schultz first had this note that Wirfs and the Bucs remain, quote, very far apart on a long-term contract extension. Schultz also added one source described the extension talks as, quote, miles apart. The 25-year-old Wirfs is in the final year of his contract. Ari Merov added this today or on Monday as well, saying three-time Pro Bowler Tristan Wirfs is not participating in any team drills as he awaits a potential record contract extension. Todd Bowles said he appreciates Wirfs being in the building and not holding out, and they're hopeful something gets done. And look, it's pretty clear what Tristan Wirfs wants. He wants to reset the offensive tackle market. He wants to be the highest paid player at the position, both in average annual value and in guaranteed money. So what does that look like? Well, here are the highest paid tackles in terms of how much they're making per year. Trent Williams, who's also holding out, well, he's actually going to hold out. Wirfs is holding in. Currently at $23 million. I'm assuming he's pushing for 30 plus. Andrew Thomas, $23.5. Laramie Tunsil, $25. Christian Darrisaw just got paid. He's up to $26 million per year. And Penei Sewell got paid earlier this offseason as a right tackle at $28 million per year. He also got $85 million guaranteed. When you look at the highest paid guaranteed, that's a big jump from Darrisaw and Thomas in that 67 range, then Ramczyk and Laramie Tunsil in the 60 range. I think if I'm Tristan Wirfs, I want $28.5 per year, and I want $90 million guaranteed. Like, I want top dollar. And so, Bears fans, here's the question for you is, would you give up major assets for Wirfs in a trade? Which, by the way, I don't expect Tampa to trade him, but, you know, if things got ugly and a team overwhelmed them with an offer, never say never. And then also pay him top dollar. Like, give up big trade assets, then pay him big money. Like, that's what you have to consider when you're exploring these mega blockbuster trades. It's not just what you're giving up in the trade, it's also being willing to pay that player. So with that being said, would you do it? Would you trade for Tristan Wirfs? Type Y for yes or type N for no. You imagine him on this offensive line. It's a lot of fun to think about. Coming up next, we'll evaluate Tristan Wirfs as a player, plus explore a couple of trade options to potentially land him in Chicago. Again, I think we can all acknowledge it's a long shot. I don't expect Tampa to give him up, but things get ugly sometimes, and you never know how these things are going to break out. But before we do that, shout out to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's show. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that can find and cancel any subscriptions you no longer want to pay for. Most people think they're spending about $65 per month on subscriptions. The reality is it's closer to $250, $300, and that adds up over time. You know, I got a mortgage, I got a child in daycare, I got lots of expenditures that I can't cut back on. So I got to cut back in areas where I can. So if I want to get rid of a couple streaming services, I can do that. If I want to try to just lower my spending in certain areas, because you can set budgets with Rocket Money, I can do that as well. And they'll send you updates throughout the month like, hey, you're on track to overspend your budget, or you're in good shape to not reach your budget for the month. You can negotiate to lower some of your bills with Rocket Money. They're very, very helpful, and I personally think much better than most of the banking apps in terms of monitoring your spending that are out there. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions over the years, which saves you up to $740 per year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your subscriptions you don't want anymore by going to rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. That is rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. It's so many things you can do. So useful. You can check your credit score all the time. It's available for you. rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. All right, you look at Tristan Wirfs, and dominant's the word I would use. He is a dominant football player. Played his first 3 years at right tackle, dominant. Switched to left tackle, still dominant. Switched there last season, and you look at his career PFF grades. The only thing that slightly dipped last year is he did allow 5 sacks. At least that's how many PFF credited him to, compared to 2, 2, and 1 his first 3 years. Still, first year playing left tackle in the NFL, holds up across the board. Essentially, he's only going to get better at that position. He's 25 years old. I mean, he is a dominant player. And look, I like Braxton Jones, and I do agree with the notion that the interior, especially beyond this year, has bigger questions. But the reality is most teams, GMs, executives, etc., will tell you it's easier to plug and play on the interior. Finding high-level tackles going up against these dominant edges, that's the tougher job when building an offensive line. And I like Braxton Jones. He's a good player. He can start. But, like, if you could give me Tristan Wirfs to pair with Darnell Wright, who isn't off to a great start at training camp, it sounds like, but still a player I'm very high on and had a very promising rookie season, like, that gives you a pretty damn good elite offensive tackle pairing. Potentially elite if Wright continues to develop. Wirfs is already there. He's already very good, and he's still improving. I'm going to bank on Darnell Wright getting there too. So, look, I get the interior has questions, and I'm not ignoring that. We've talked about it a ton on this show. But if there's even a sniff of a chance that Wirfs is available, I would be interested if I was Ryan Poles, because you win in this league by winning up front. And having 2 dominant tackles potentially would help you get there. So a couple of trade ideas. First one here, and I put this on Twitter on Sunday night. Wirfs for Braxton Jones in your first-round pick next year. Full disclosure, that may not be enough, but I would value Braxton Jones at like a 3rd or 4th round pick. You took him in the 5th round. He's been at minimum serviceable, if not above average to good at left tackle. I think that's worthy of, mid-late 3rd, early 4th probably. He has some limitations as a player, but you give them a starting tackle back plus a first. So kind of trading a 1st and a 3rd for Wirfs, I mean, that feels about right, but maybe you'd have to throw in a middle, late pick as well. My second idea was this one. Braxton Jones in both of your seconds, including the Carolina pick, which should be, between 33 and 40 in all likelihood, plus your other second. So it's kind of, does Tampa prefer a pick, between 11 and 25, depending on how the Bears play this year, or do they want 2 seconds plus Braxton Jones also? I'd be comfortable doing either. Now, again, reminder, you would then have to pay him top dollar. Like, Ryan Poles would have to be prepared to pay him 28 to 30 million per year and give him 80 plus million guaranteed. That's probably what it would take. But if you feel good about him as a player to be elite and dominant for at least 5 more years, I would argue that's worth it. And by the way, if for some reason Darnell Wright does not continue to improve and pan out, I think he will, but this at least gives you someone who is a dominant player up front, whereas right now you can't say you have a single dominant player up front. Although I like Tevin Jenkins a lot, I like Darnell Wright a lot, this is a guarantee with Tristan Wirfs. So there you have it. Pick a trade idea. Trade idea number 1 here, where it's Jones at a 1st for Tristan Wirfs, or trade idea number 2, Jones in both of your seconds, type 2. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to do either trade, or if you have a trade of your own, put neither and fire away in the comments why that is the case. But I personally would pull the trigger on either of these. And I'm not even saying Wirfs is available, but if he is, these caliber offensive linemen don't become available. They just don't. Like, someone tweeted me last night, just wait a year. He's a free agent next year. There is no chance in hell Tampa lets him hit free agency. They will either extend him, franchise tag him, or they will trade him. Offensive tackles that are all pro caliber do not hit the open market. They just don't. Don't believe me? Throw a name at me. The best tackle that has hit the open market in the last couple of years is like Caleb McGarry, and he re-signed with Atlanta. Mike McGlinchey, who the Broncos gave like $88 million, and he is an average player. Like, these guys aren't available. So if they're available via trade, I think you have to consider it. All right, that's going to do it. If the Bears trade for a player of this caliber or any player, we're going to subscribe or go live, so you should subscribe. As I said that backwards. Appreciate your love and support. Bear down, as always. All right. If you hate the Packers, you know what to do, because it's Madden time, our final simulation coming up here. Week 18. Get the FGBs in here.
FGB.
FGB. FGB. FGB. Let's go. Let's go. Get the FGBs in here.
We're breaking the streak this year. I'm telling you this right now.
It's time. It's time. Got to at least get a split. Already won the first one this Madden season. We'll see if they can complete the sweep on the road in Green Bay. So let's get after it here on Chicago Bears Now. And, let us know who the Luke McCaffrey of the game is going to be, because there's always somebody.
Always.
There's always somebody. All right, let's get into it. It's the final game of our Chicago Bears Now Madden simulations for the 2024 NFL season. Welcome to Bears Now. I'm Harrison Graham. Bears, Packers, both teams 10-6. Win and get in for sure. Lose and you might need some help to get a playoff spot. So very important. Bears won the first matchup, so you win this one, you complete the sweep. So we'll see if that's how it played out here. Predict the score of Bears versus Packers. Who do you got winning, and what is the final score going to be? Go ahead and let us know. Now, the Bears could have clinched already, but they did not seal the deal last week in a 31-28 loss at home to the Seattle Seahawks. So now sitting at 10-6. Win gets you in. Still has a chance to win the division. I think Detroit is 11-5. So if they were to lose and the Bears won and got the tiebreak help, they could win the division still. If you lose, though, you could miss out entirely if a couple results don't go your way. So everything's still on the table for Chicago, from missing the playoffs to winning the division and everything in between, which of course would be a wild card spot. So here we go. Get those score predictions in, and let's get after it at snowy Lambeau Field. Third straight snow game for the Bears, as we got Caleb Williams versus the newly paid Jordan Love. Cullen, I can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah. Listen, it's all on the table right now. Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, playoff spot in the line in Lambeau Field. Can Chicago pull off the season sweep for the first time since how long?
I think 2007, which is, it's just offensive if we're being honest. But, yeah, already got the first one. We'll see if they can take the second one as well.
Shout out to y'all getting y'all score predictions. DC Viper 37-31. I got Trump 21-18 Bears. John Taylor saying 3-0 Bears. So a very low scoring game. 42-28 from Sir. Appreciate y'all getting y'all's score predictions down below. Jaden Reed is Lacora's.
Yeah, if you have a if you have a what's the guy? Luke McCaffrey player of the game for Green Bay, let us know who it's going to be. Let us know who it's going to be as things are heating up here. All right. Getting after it at Lambeau Field. Man, that snow is coming down. Can Matt Eberflus seal the deal? Bears get the ball in the second half. I like that. I do like that, as Torrey Taylor's got it teed up. Here we go. Here we go.
I think, is there really a name other than Jaden Reed you could go with?
I mean, maybe like, as the Packers are going to bring this out to the 21, you could go with someone like, who's the receiver out of Virginia that I'm forgetting about?
Is it Wicks?
Jatavian Wicks or whatever his name is. He could be someone.
Okay.
We'll see. Dontavian Wicks. That's who it is. That's who it is. If you have any questions, we'll answer them throughout the show. Fire away in the chat. Jake Bobo, is he with the Packers now?
No, he's a Seahawks still. I'm not sure what that came from.
Jordan Love, more like Jordan Hate. That's pretty funny. All right, Love in the shotgun. Hate in the shotgun, I should say. Hands it off. Josh Jacobs picks up 2. Montez Sweat on the tackle. Need a big Montez Sweat game here.
Wouldn't mind it.
That would be nice.
Would not mind it.
That would be nice indeed.
By the way, if this season were to come to fruition and you're 10-6 going into Lambeau Week 18, I think a lot of Bears fans sign up for this.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, here we got pressure.
Love under pressure. He goes down. Gervon Dexter in the backfield. Type sack in the chat. Type sack in the chat. I think it was Dexter, and then I think Booker finished the deal there. Let's go. 3rd and 19. Keep everything in front of you here. Here we go.
Here we go. Empty set. Love or hate drops back. Fires off his back foot.
Oh, that was a rocket. Incomplete.
Tyreek Stevenson already starting talking a little bit. I love to see it. Love the energy. Love the energy.
All right, 3 and out for the Pack. Got a punt out of their own end zone. Caught at the 45, past midfield, not much more. Up to the Packers 49. All right, here we go. Caleb Williams and the Bears offense coming out to the field.
T. Smooth asked, Bears over under 3.5 Pro Bowlers.
2 last year, Jalen Johnson, Montez Sweat. It's good over under. I'll say 4, so I'll go over. I'll say 4. Williams under center. Hands it off. Swift trying to bounce it. Oh, that was a mistake. Loses 4 yards.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to guess. So, Jalen Johnson would be one of them.
He's a candidate.
DJ Moore.
He's a candidate. Should have been a Pro Bowler last year. Wasn't.
Montez Sweat.
He's a candidate.
And who did you say for your 4th? I mean, I guess
Keenan could still be one again.
Caleb in a weak quarterback conference, maybe?
Maybe. Could another defender emerge?
Yeah.
I mean, both your linebackers are a shot. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good number, though.
Yeah. Somewhere between 3 and 5 feels right. Cole Kmet, if he has a big year, never know.
Never know.
3rd and 4 here. Be ashamed to not capitalize on this field position. Williams, all day to throw. Fires! Caught! Kmet! Inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Type those ones. Cole Kmet. Give him that much time to throw. He's going to find somebody.
Tyreek Stevenson, that's another name.
Yeah, I think he's a guy who could emerge. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Trips to the left. Williams takes the snap. Looking, throws underneath. Caught to about the 3.
I think that's
Rome Odunze. Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze. Let's go. 2nd and goal. Could they go Sweat? Or not Sweat. Swift here. Jesus.
Swift behind Caleb. Gets the carry.
Let's
He'll
go.
score. Type those TDs. 6-0 Bears. They get a stop and score to start this one. Set the tone at Lambeau early. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Type TD in the chat.
Spam it, spam it.
Let's go.
Trump, Milo, NFL Prods, Josh, Sir, Savage, Jay. Appreciate you. Carl spamming TD. Getting live. Next point is up and good. Good so far. Getting that early stop, going down, scoring.
Yep. No doubt about it.
No, Josh, thank you.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Let's get another stop.
Let's
Get another stop.
Why not?
Keep it rolling here.
Kick is away. FGB returns it from about the goal line.
25 to about the 26. Decent return there from Keyshawn Nixon. Here comes Jordan Love after a 3-and-out on the opening possession.
Yeah. How much – here's a question for you, Harrison. How much of the last kind of 8-game stretch from Green Bay would you credit to Jordan Love versus Matt LaFleur? And maybe
I think it's got to be both, but I do think, like – I heard someone talking about this the other day, that I do think obviously LaFleur deserves credit, but, like, because the year before he got there, Rodgers kind of struggled. Then he wins 2 MVPs with LaFleur. But, like, you felt like last year it was Matt LaFleur's offense compared to Aaron Rodgers' offense, if that makes sense. And Love, it just started to execute it very well. Now, was he just on a crazy heater, or is that more of who he is? I don't think he's going to have an 18-to-1 touchdown-interception ratio consistently. But, I mean, look, you watch Love, and you guys are going to hate to hear this, and I hated to see it, but the guy looked like Rodgers sometimes down the stretch last year. He's big, he's mobile, he's got a strong arm, he flicks that wrist. I think he'll come back to earth a little bit. I thought that contract was certainly pretty big for a guy who's had a good 2.5 month stretch, but, I mean, I think we'd be a little naive if we didn't act like this guy at least has a chance to be really good.
Oh,
First down Packers. They convert a 3rd and 1. Are you guys concerned about Jordan Love? Again, I think it's somewhere in between. He's definitely not as bad as he was to start last year, and he's probably isn't as good as he was to finish the year, but and the Packers know QBs, man. Josh says, I think he gets figured out. I hope so, man.
Yeah.
Big completion there into Bears territory. Bum says, yes, I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, he's he's got crazy arm talent.
Yeah. You pair that with LaFleur, and that's something
Yeah.
you have to at least be, knowledgeable of.
It's embarrassing that Packers fans were calling for LaFleur's head in October last year. It's like, guys, this guy's a stud. Like,
arguably top 5 coach in the sport.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
the
up
only
there.
guys you can for sure put ahead of him are like Andy Reid. I think you'd have to put Shanahan ahead of him, especially considering the head-to-head outcomes. McVay.
Yep.
I think after that he's right there. I mean, it's like him, John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh if he picks up where he left off in the NFL. I mean, he's top 5, I think. Love underneath. Oh, big tackle there from Mr. Jack Sanborn. Brings up a 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4. Their play calling will always be elite. Yeah, I mean, as long as Love is with LaFleur, he's going to be a threat. Get yourself a Caleb Williams jersey, who we hope is going to be a threat week in and week out. Chatsports.com/Caleb. That link will be in the comments and in the description down below. Chatsports.com/Caleb. Get yourself a Caleb Williams Bears jersey today. Link in the comments and description. Chatsports.com/Caleb. All right, second quarter here. Packers, big 3rd and 4. They're right on the edge of field goal territory in these snowy conditions. So we'll see what the play call is here. / is it potentially 4th down territory? Love underneath, caught. Got to give him a forward progress. First down, Jaden Reed. There's old Jaden Reed. I'm with you, Trump. Just beat the Packers at least once.
We're breaking the streak this year, boys. I'm telling you right now.
It's a call and guarantee. Love hands it off. Jacobs left side finds a crease, bounces it. 10 down at the 9-yard line. Good run from Josh Jacobs to set up 1st and goal.
It still kind of mind boggles my mind that like a Packers organization that doesn't normally spend a lot in free agency gives Jacobs the money that they gave him. And I'll say it again, I don't know if he's an upgrade.
Yeah. I think they're banking on last year just the Raiders were a mess and that he's the guy who led the league in rushing 2 years ago. But that's a big leap, man. Aaron Jones, I know he's a little older, but he's still been productive. Jacobs walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. You talking to me, Mike? I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. I don't know who gave you that indication. Touchdown Packers. All right. Matt Nagy says, look at that Flus D. Not much resistance there, Coach.
True beats. I saw the same thing.
Extra point is good.
Same.
What happened?
He said he saw a hold. I said I saw the same thing.
Yeah. See that jersey being grabbed from here.
Got to call it.
Oh, man. All right. Bears set to get the football back with 4:55 to go here in the second quarter. I mean, I was rooting for him, Mike. Didn't work out. Just because I was rooting for Justin Fields when he was on the Bears doesn't mean I was on the trade Fields and draft KO train before most of y'all in the chat. Once the season ended, I just wasn't making that call in October. Wanted to see it play out.
At that point, I mean, you were giving him a fair shake because at that point we didn't know if he was going to be the guy or not.
Yeah, I mean, look, I still think Justin can be solid. I mean, he clearly has limitations as a passer.
Yep.
But, you know, I wanted to see it play out, and he didn't show enough consistency. I still like the guy. I'm pulling for him in Pittsburgh, but doesn't make me a Steelers fan. 1st and 10 at the 29. I am talking about Justin Fields on 4 Verts today, if you guys want to check it out. Episode will drop shortly after this live stream. Caleb throws over the middle. Caught! DJ Moore. He's going to score. 71 yards. Touchdown Bears. How's that for a response? Go DJ. That's my DJ. Go DJ. That's my. Go DJ. That's my DJ. DJ Moore, baby. DJ Moore, baby.
We love to see.
The Yak King. I do like the blend of Bears receivers in terms of their skill sets. Like DJ's good, not a great route runner, but a good one, but he's great after the catch. Keenan Allen, extra point is good, is a top-tier route runner. And then Rome Odunze is a really good route runner, but gives you more size than your other receivers as well. So they all do a little bit something different, which I like.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, right, with any, skilled talent group. So, yeah, that was a Poles masterclass right there. I'll ask you this, Harrison, too. In terms of having guys after the catch, how many guys would you put above DJ Moore that you'd rather have?
I'd probably go with Debo. Maybe Tyreek. The difference with Tyreek, though, is that, he kind of picks and chooses when he's, seeking, he'll usually just, he's electric after the catch because he makes so many guys miss, but he'll eventually just, go out of bounds or go, he's not trying to get hit.
Right.
Debo and DJ, they're cool getting hit, especially Debo.
Yeah.
I think he's top 3 or 4. I think Debo is probably the top guy, then DJ and Tyreek are right there, man. I think these guys are terrific with the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
And I think DJ Moore is a much better route runner than Debo.
Well, it's not even close.
Again, he's not a Keenan Allen unbelievable route runner, but he's a good one. Debo can't run routes. He's tremendous after the catch, but he can't run routes. I mean, the Chiefs put him in clamps in the Super Bowl.
Really did.
Jordan Love, empty set, takes the snap, looks, throws, right side, tight coverage, but caught.
Christian
for a first down. Christian Watson. I'll be curious to see the pecking order of the Packers receiver room this year because they have 3 or 4 good young players, but they don't. I don't know who they're Christian Watson last year kind of fell back, honestly.
He did.
Jaden Reed, Bo Melton was making plays.
Yeah.
Wicks. Love play action under pressure. TJ Edwards gets home.
Let's go.
Linebacker blitz, type sack.
Let's go.
Type sack in the chat. Second sack of the game, Colin. How about that?
Hey,
Caleb
I'll
Williams
take it.
loving it. He's fist pumping. Love on the right hash, under center. Hands it off. Jacobs. Oh, makes a guy miss. Oh, flag coming in, though. We'll see if this is holding. I'd push it back if it was because you picked up about 7. It is. So 2nd and 27 or 3rd and 10. We'll see what they take here. 2nd and 24, excuse me. We'll push it back here. Right decision. That's funny, Nick.
Yeah.
I formation for Green Bay, 2:55 to go. Love going to hand it off. Jacobs just gets a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20. 3rd and 19 earlier was not converted. We'll see if 3rd and 20 gets stopped as well. Get a stop, get the ball back, get points before the half, and you get the ball to start the second half. Big opportunity here from the Bears to capitalize. Got to get the stop first. 2:25 to go. Love takes the snap. Looking. Love goes for everything.
Right
I thought that was caught. Jalen Johnson got a hand in there. He threw that ball about 75 yards. That was absolutely launched.
Crazy hang time.
Whew. Bears get the stop. Plenty of time, too. 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Punt is away. Carter gets to about the 30. And that is where Caleb Williams and the Bears offense will take over once again.
There we go.
That would have been shambles, DC Viper. That would have been shambles.
Yeah.
Matt Nagy. Another great pick by Ryan Pace. Was a good pick.
Hey.
If Ryan Pace could have figured out quarterback, he'd probably still be here. Couldn't figure it out, though.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure it out. Caleb Williams hands it off. Swift, nice cutback, but closing speed.
There's probably an alternate universe where that old regime's probably still in Chicago if they made the right selection at QB.
I mean, who knows? Like, do things change? Does Mitch Trubisky's trajectory change at all if the double doink doesn't happen? I don't know. I think he was always going to have limitations, but confidence is a big thing. You never know. Caleb launches right side, dropped. A Dunze. 3rd and 9. And now the Packers got a chance to get the ball back.
Do indeed.
That's also true, Savage. Well, that was the problem with Pace is he was an aggressive spender, which I'm okay with for the most part, but you have to figure out quarterback before you go too crazy. Caleb finds DJ up the seam, caught. Like, when he traded for Khalil Mack, it was an awesome fit and everything, but they didn't have the offense or quarterback, so it didn't even matter.
Savage, that's a very real possibility. I mean, he's arguably the best corner maybe in the league.
Thought he was last year. We'll see if he can repeat it. Minute 25 to go. Bears at the Packers 45. Caleb Williams takes the snap. Looking, throws, left side, caught, Komet, get out of bounds, he won't.
Yeah.
Minute 15, minute 14. Not going to take a timeout here. So got time up at the 38. I would imagine next time tackled in bounds, the Bears would take a timeout.
You would think, but it is Matt.
Yeah. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, dancing, Caleb sacked. And see, now they're going to take one. See, I wouldn't have taken that one.
Right.
Because now it's 3rd and 14. If you don't convert, you're going to have to punt the ball away. Classic Madden.
At its finest. Oh, man.
3rd and 14.
See if Caleb's got any magic left.
Williams in the shotgun. Looking. Throws, middle, left side, just short, 4th and 2 at the 37.
About what, a 54-yarder?
Yeah, 54. In these conditions, I think they are going to try to kick it.
Yeah, they are.
All right, under 15 seconds left. They're going to try and wind this down. 54-yarder from the left hash. Cairo Santos. Kick is up. No good. He pushed it to the right, I think. Let's see.
Short right.
He pushed it. I think he had the distance.
Oh, never mind. No.
And now, we just saw Love launch one. He might get a Hail Mary look here.
He might.
Man. Trips to the right for Green Bay. Love. He's just going to throw it underneath. Oh, there's 1 second left. What's the flag, too? It happened 2 games in a row. Oh, wait, no, on offense. Oh, wait, no, they did point on defense.
Yeah, Kyler Gordon.
Roughing the passer, and now they get a field goal. That's 2 games in a row where that happened on the last play of the half. That is unbelievable. Madden's a joke. Now it's going to be a 49-yard attempt. 6-point swing potentially here. Instead of 17-7, could be 14-10. 49-yarder from the right hash. Please miss it. Snap, hold, kick. Good. 6-point swing at the end of the half.
Cool. Make sure if you haven't already, before the Hall of Fame game, and hopefully before the season, you pick up a Rome Odunze jersey. Future Bears wide receiver 1. Get it down below, chatsports.com/Rome for, hey, man, it's going to be an exciting rookie. You want to make sure you represent him and all the Bears for the season. Chatsports.com/Rome.
Yeah, go check it out, chatsports.com/Rome. Greatly appreciate it. If you hate the Packers, you know what to do. J-Nev, Tommy already doing it. FGB in the chat. FGB in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Let's get to some second half action. If you would have told me Bears up 4 and getting the ball, I would have taken it, but the way the last 30 seconds played out, pretty tough. Pretty tough. But
still a lot of time left.
Got to flush it. Still got to lead. Still get the ball.
Yeah.
Touchdown out of the gates would be huge. Make it a 2-score game. That sack just was really, really tough.
Yeah.
Just set you back. All right. My laptop charger. It should be in the strip.
In the strip on your side?
Yeah.
Okay, someone else had their plug as well.
Oh, okay. Second half coming at you here. Bears get the ball. Josh, it's not New England. I got you, John Taylor. I was like 39. All right, here we go. Bears will take a knee and take over at the 25-yard line. Bearded Eberflus wouldn't have missed that kick. Yeah, Madden's got to update their coaches, man.
They really do. By the way, DJ Moore already over 100 yards this game in the first half.
Yeah, 71-yard touchdown will help. That'll help. Williams under center. Takes the snap. Swift gets about 4 or 5. Bring up 2nd and 5. He's been quiet. 4 carries, 5 yards. Does have a touchdown. Does have a touchdown. PC man over here, buddy. Caleb Williams takes the snap, fires, right side, caught. DJ again, having a monster game. Type those ones. Laptop was about to die. Got to get this puppy plugged in.
Oh, man. Can't be having that, man. Also, here's the thing. Harrison, we got a little bit in Super Chats today. Shout out
Okay.
to everyone who's donated. Want to make a deal, potentially?
Okay.
We're at 242.
Okay.
If you want to get to 300, maybe a little beer bong race.
I'll do a beer bong race if we get to 300. $58 away if you guys want to make it happen. Swift picks up a yard on the left side. Got 200 people watching. If a fourth of y'all sent in $1, we'd get there. Up to you guys.
Shout out to Quick Math.
Up to you guys.
It's just there.
Just on the table. No pressure.
No pressure.
Empty set. Caleb Williams in 2nd and 9. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires downfield. Incomplete. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Will you guys simulate the playoffs? Well, if the Bears lose, it's not a lock they'll make it. As of now, I'm not planning to because the preseason games get going. I really want to focus on the real team, but I haven't ruled it out. We'll see. Caleb, looking, spinning, sacked. Oh, boy. We've been here before, folks, against the Packers. We have been here before. Josh contributing to the cause, and I might need a beer bong if this momentum continues. He sends in a $2. Caleb looking like Fields. Don't say that. Shout out to Josh for the super chat.
Yep. Getting it up here.
Appreciate the 2. Gets us to 244. Torrey Taylor boots it away. Inside the 15. Not much more. Good tackle and special teams there. Toward Jordan Love and the Packers take over. That's a little extreme, Nick.
Yeah. Josh is saying he's 7 deep.
7 deep, Josh. My goodness.
One hell of a Monday.
Happy Monday, Josh. Jordan Love in the shotgun. 3:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bears lead by 4. Love hands it off. Jacobs has room. Juke breaks a tackle. Picks up 12. Jacobs is starting to cook. 69 yards on 10 carries. Not so nice for the Bears.
Not nice. Seeing a lot of Caleb and Field stock in the chat. I don't know where that's coming from.
We're back to February, baby. Jordan Love takes the snap. Looking, throws, left side. Oh, he had a man. Just missed him. A little high. Harrison, you can come to the Packers chat room. What is the Packers chat room? 2nd and 10 here. Nagy needs to go back to McDonald's commercials instead of critiquing Caleb. Those are the good times. You kind of knew it was over when that happened. Love dumps it off. Good tackle in space. It's going to be 3rd and 4. It's going to be 3rd and 4. It's getting chippy.
Yeah. Getting chippy here.
Let's get a stop here.
We get a stop?
Let's get a stop here. Third and 4, Jordan Love, empty set. Love looking, quick throw, flat. First down, gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. It's a good tackle, but Jaden Reed had already gotten to the sticks.
Yeah.
Nicholas contributing to the cause. First time super chat for Nicholas.
Shout out to you, brother.
That's true, Nick. We need an interception. Shout out to Nick, 54 away from 300. Love hands it off. Jacobs picks up 8 more. Man. I mean, they're just gashing the Bears in the run game. Up near midfield. Up near midfield.
Got Young Mind Elevation coming in with the super chat.
Love. Handoff, left side, nothing doing. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Young Mind, shout out to you. Shout out to you. 3rd and 4 here. Final 90 seconds of the third quarter. This would be a big stop. Love in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking, throws, seam. Dot. First down. Is that Tucker Kraft?
Musgrave.
No, Luke Musgrave. Oh, man.
Man, oh, man. Yeah.
That was a dot between the linebacker and the safety. Final minute. Packers in field goal range. We'll see, Scott. Be an interesting year. 1st and 10 at the 29. Love looking. Dumps it off to Jacobs, who gets 6 more. It's the Josh Jacobs game. Bunch of rushing yards, just added a catch to his total.
Is he this good of a receiving back?
I
don't know.
Yeah. I think they're going to miss Jones in that regard in real life. Final 10 seconds, Jordan Love. Going to hand off to Jacobs. Bounces it, 20, 15, 10, 5. Down at the 1, and that is where the fourth quarter will begin. Hit your 4s up. Bears hanging on by a thread here. Get your 4s up. Coming down to the wire. Get those 4s up. Tommy, Milo, Ahmad. Jacob says at least Madden getting Flus late game choking right. Taka, young mind elevation. We don't need that energy. Although based on last season, that is accurate. 1st and goal at the 1. Love, Jacobs, touchdown. That's true, DC Viper. Get the FGBs in the chat. Extra point to make it a 3-point game is good. All right. What can Caleb Williams do here? Put in Tyson for the comeback. No chance. What can Caleb Williams do here?
Oh, man. Less than 6 minutes left. See what he's got.
We'll see what happens. See what happens here. Opportunity at a return here. 25 is where the Bears will take over. Plenty of time. 5:55 to go.
Josh is saying, where's Jim McMahon? Oh, man. A little over $50 away, by the way, from a little beer bong race between me and Harrison.
Tell you what, if someone sends in a 50 right now, you'll get a sticker in the Bears Now Helmet Hall of Fame, and we'll do a race for you. 50% off to get into the Helmet Hall of Fame.
As we get Nicholas coming in with a little $5
Shout out
super chat.
Nicholas.
Beer bong for the crew. They deserve it. Appreciate you,
that,
brother.
Nick. Good drive starter there. Offset I formation. Williams under center. Handoff, left side. Swift. He's got room. Midfield. Inside the 40. Out of bounds at the 36. Almost in field goal range. Type those ones. Biggest play of the day for DeAndre Swift.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
Still got life.
We don't need Tim Tebow right now, DC Viper. We really don't.
He's good calling college football games.
Milo, Tommy, John, Trump, Josh, Ahmad. Getting those ones in. Caleb Williams with 5 minutes to go. Trying to hard count. Now he'll take the snap. Play action RPO. Finds his man over the receiver for a big gain. It's DJ Moore with 145 yards on the day. Type those ones. Type those ones. Great response from the Bears offense here.
Go DJ.
That's my DJ. Go DJ.
That's my DJ.
Such a banger.
That really is.
Williams looking, rolling, throws into the flat, caught inside the 15.
Was that Keenan?
Might have been Keenan's first catch. It was. He's been quiet. Picks up 5 there.
Yeah.
4:15 to go. You want a touchdown here to make Green Bay have to beat you with the touchdown. But you got the field goal in your back pocket. Caleb hands it off. Swift cuts inside. He'll pick up a first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 9.
That way, no matter from where, it takes 3 seconds.
That is exactly right.
Oh, man. Tyson would have had scores already from Joe. That's funny.
Exactly.
1st and goal.
Handoff. Swift. Juke. Down at the 1, and Darnell Wright's injured. Oh, no. That looks pretty serious. Oh, they're looking at him on the training table. So we'll see who comes in at left tackle.
They're in the gun.
Williams hitting the shotgun. Oh, they're going to throw. Caleb scrambling, throws, touchdown, Romadunze. Makes it 20-17. Type those TDs. Extra point would make it a 4-point game, which would take field goal out of the equation for Green Bay in all likelihood. Cairo Santos to do just that. Kick is up and good. 21-17. Let's go. Let's go.
Biggest defensive series of the year. Let's go, man.
Huge.
Eberflus versus LaFleur.
3:25 left. Plenty of time, but you would think that would force Green Bay to go get a touchdown.
Yeah. Even in Madden logic, I think it's TD or bust right now.
Bears to kick it away. Taylor boots it.
Yeah.
5 yards deep. They'll just sit on it. So here we go. Here we go. 3:25 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
See what Jordan Love can do. The $55 million per year man.
Excuse me. Oh, we'll see.
All right. Remember, if the Bears win, they clinch a playoff spot and even keep their division hopes alive. With a loss, they need some help to get in, potentially. Love looks left side, tight coverage, but caught. Jaden Reed, gain of 19. Be 1st and 10 at the 44. He snuck that into the tightest of windows.
Yeah.
Love under center. Under 3 minutes to go. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Kevin Byard in coverage. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Real Jordan Love throws a pick in this situation. That'd be nice. He did against the 49ers in the playoffs, that's for sure. That was a Brett Favre type of pick. Love takes the snap, throws right side, out of bounds. Oh!
They need to review that.
I don't know about that one. I might challenge that if I'm Flus. I know it's only 6 yards, but 3rd and 4 versus 3rd and 10, 2:47 to go. You can't take your challenges with you.
Come on, Flus.
They're not going to do it. Game management, Flus.
Golly.
Love takes the snap. They're setting up a screen. Blew it up, though. 4th and 4 at midfield. They might actually punt this.
It might.
3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. They might pin Chicago back and try to get the ball back. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, they're going to punt.
Oh, man.
Wow. Bears get a stop and a chance to put this game on ice. Packers punt it away. It'll land at the 7 and go into the end zone.
Big for the program.
Huge. So they'll take over at the 20. Couple of first downs and this game could be over.
CB, yeah, that's very realistic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 10 and 7's on the table. I think 10 and 7's definitely on the table. All right, here we go. Williams in the shotgun. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. They're going to throw on first down. Caleb throws. Left side caught. Stay in bounds, DJ. That should go to the 2-minute warning. We'll see if Madden complies.
That's my DJ.
Go, DJ. That's my DJ.
What up, Ty, man?
Good drive starter there. Do not snap this ball before the 2-minute warning.
6 for 159.
Yeah, DJ's having a monster game. Yeah, 2-minute warning. Here we go.
Here we go. Finish.
Let's go.
Finish, finish, finish.
Let's go. Let's go. Did you see the rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, rookie. 2nd and 8 here. The People's Insider.
Hey, man of the people.
One more first down would pretty much do it, but if not, the Packers can still get it back with like 135, 140 left. That'd be nice, DC Viper. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff. Swift. Oh, almost got loose. Rashawn Gary banged up. Forces the Packers to use their second timeout, which they would have anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. Do you put the ball in your rookie quarterback's hands, or with it just being 3 yards, would you just run this?
If this was actual Week 18, I'd have to know how he's played the entire year, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to install confidence in your QB.
3rd and 3, under center. In these conditions, I almost think the safe play is to run it, which they will. Swift gets the
there.
perimeter.
Let's go.
That's game. Unless Madden glitches us,
Don.
that's your ball game.
Don, we don't control that, unfortunately. That's a YouTube thing. That is a YouTube thing. Hell of a first down, though.
3 kneel downs and it's over. We'll see if Madden complies. Looks like they're going to on first down. Williams takes a knee. Could this happen in real life? Sweeping the Packers. It hasn't happened since 2007. Oh my God, they're lined up in the eye. Take a knee.
What are we doing?
Oh my God, if they put the ball on the turf here. Handoff. Swift. Go down. Go down, DeAndre.
Jeez. What are we doing?
Quay Walker with the tackle. Matt Nagy, I formation. Gross. Oh, man.
What are we
All
doing
right,
here?
back in victory formation. Where they belong. Caleb takes a knee, and that should do it. We'll see if Madden punts the ball away. If it was a field goal call, and you know they'd
they're
kick
kicking
it.
They're kicking it. Not even thinking twice.
That should do it. 10. Punt
They're
units
actually in
out
punt
there.
formation. I can't.
Do not snap this football. They're going to snap it!
You've got to be kidding.
Go out of bounds.
And it does.
Okay, that's going to... Oh, to the 1-yard line. Okay, Torrey Taylor.
Just had to
My
flex
goodness.
real quick.
Get the dubs in the chat. Playoff bound. Playoff bound.
Let's go.
Type dub in the chat.
Dub.
Let's go, baby. 11-6. That's what I predicted back in May when the schedule came out. That's how it ends up in Madden. Not the same wins and losses, but 11-6. I think we'd all have to sign up for that. Wow, what a season. We'll see if we do playoff sims. As of now, it's not in the plans with the real season basically here, but this has been fun. If you've enjoyed these Madden sims, let us know. If you want us to do playoffs, let us know in the comments. We'll consider it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button here on Chicago Bears Now. Our daily coverage of the real team is ongoing and will continue. Bear down. No Palencia. Harrison, have you been to a Bears game at Soldier Field? I have not, tragically. I'd love to go this year, but we do the watch party, so maybe I can get out there for a preseason game sometime, but as long as I'm doing the show and doing watch parties, can't go to a game at the stadium because I got to provide the coverage for all of you. But you guys are real ones. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. One final FGB chant in the comments.
FGB.
They want playoffs in the chat, so we'll think about it. Obviously, not going to do it Thursday because our Thursday live show will be the watch party. We'll be live at 6 o'clock Central Time, so be sure to join us for that. We'll probably do a Friday live as well, day after live, if I had to guess, so be on the lookout. But lots of content to come. 7 Eastern, 6 Central. We'll have videos between now and game time as well. We'll do some sort of preview video as well. I didn't want to do it live today because we don't know if Caleb is playing or not yet. So once we have that locked down, we'll probably drop that on Wednesday or Thursday morning. So check all that out. Plenty to come here on Chicago Bears Now. Shout out to Colin for producing. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon. Bear down.